Hello students, today we will be going over 10.2 areas of circles. Our objective, I can find the area of a circle. So a circle can be turned into another shape by cutting it into cone-shaped pieces. So if you have a circle like this, cut it into pieces and then kind of put it together like that. You can get it more so it looks like a rectangle. I'm not going to worry about the base and the height. The main thing I want you to put at the top of the page is what the formula is for finding the area of the circle. And that is area equals pi. Remember what pi was? It's on your calculator right here. 3.1415926, and it goes on forever. We're just going to put pi times the radius. Do you remember what radius was? Radius is just from the center of the circle out. So this is radius squared. Now, when we actually put this formula into practice, we do remember order of operations, we do r squared first and then multiply it by pi. Because order of operations, PEMDAS, exponents is before multiplication or division. So we have to do the exponent, and that 2 is an exponent. And right here, you can do that in 2 ways. And I will show you when we actually get to doing a problem. So remember, area equals pi r squared, knowing you have to do the squared part first and then multiply by pi. So we're going to skip the base and the height part. And remember, if you just have the area equals pi r squared, that's what we need you to do. Next, we're going to go on. Find the area. Number 1 is 12 inches. Remember our formula, area equals pi r squared. Okay, so this is our radius. R equals 12. So to do that on the calculator, there's 2 ways. I can go 12, put 12 in, and just push x squared. And that will automatically square your radius, and then go times pi equals 452.4, because we're going to round to the nearest tenth. We look at the 100th, it's 8 or above, so we change the 3 to a 4. So again, it's 452.4, and what's our units? Inches, and they're squared inches. So remember, area is squared. Okay. All right. Instead of jumping to number 7, I feel like we need to do one more. Actually, no, I'm going to jump to number 7. This is 15.2 meters. Notice it's just a semicircle, so we only get half. So this area will be pi r squared, but I only take half of it at the end. So at the end, I make sure I'm going to divide by 2 because I only want half. So let's do our r squared, 15.2. This is all the way across. So I'm only going to take half of that to get my radius because this is the diameter. So make sure you watch out for that. So I put 15.2 in my calculator, and I'm going to divide it by 2. And I get 7.6. So I put R equals 7.6. Then I'm going to take 7.6 and I'm going to square it because R has to be squared. Put my x squared right there. That squares it, and then I'm also going to go times pi. Make sure pi shows up there. 181.45. And again, the 5 is 5 or above, so it's going to change the 4 to a 5. So I will get 181.5. Now, I have to remember that would be if it's the full circle. So I need to make sure I divide by 2. So I keep that same number here, and I go divide by 2 equals 90.7. And that's our final answer. Okay. Now we're going to go on to the next page, 208. Number 7. A circular pendant has a diameter of 7 centimeters. Find its area. Okay, so again, the diameter is 7 centimeters. That's all the way across. To find the area, we need just half of that. So I'm going to say that the radius equals 3.5 because that is half of 7. Remember our formula? Area equals pi r squared. So area equals pi times 3.5 squared. So I'm going to make sure you're showing your work. I'm going to go 3.5. Can you see that okay? Square it, because it's got x squared, times pi. 38.5. And what's my units? Centimeter squared. Oh, back over here, this needs to be meter squared, because we're talking about area. So area is always squared, so always square the units, which means like there's a whole bunch of these squares in here, and there's 38 of them that would fill this up to be the area right here. Okay? All right, students, you can do the rest of this. You rock.